Hi, Wellness Wizards. I'm Brian Hogan, life coach, filmmaker, clinical therapist, and creator of the S.H.I.F.T model, where we blend EFT tapping with internal family systems to help people regulate to their own inner world with kindness, clarity, and self-leadership. Today, we're going to shift into self-compassion. And I want to be clear right from the start. Self-compassion is not being soft on yourself. It's not letting yourself off the hook all the time. It's definitely not pretending things don't hurt. Self-compassion is what happens when self takes the lead, when the inner wizard can be the one in charge of things. Because when self is present, there's no need for cruelty, pressure, or punishment. There's understanding, there's steadfastness, there's perspective, and there's a part of you, your core, your inner wizard, yourself with a capital S, that has never been disappointed in you. Not by your pace, not by your process, not by your pain. That's the energy we're anchoring into today. Not a part, but your core self, your inner wizard. All you need is your breath, your body, and permission to stop fighting yourself, even just for the next 15 minutes. S.H.I.F.T stands for S, somatic. We work through the body. H for holistic. Every part is welcome. I and F for internal family. Self-criticism and shame are parts, not truth. And T for tapping. We regulate through nervous system so self can lead. As we tap today, remember this. When compassion is missing, it's not because you're failing. It's because a protector thinks harshness is required for survival. Self-compassion isn't weakness, it's leadership. So take a slow breath. Now bring to mind a moment when you're hard on yourself. Maybe you missed a deadline, said the wrong thing, thought you said the wrong thing, didn't follow through on something, followed through too much and fawned your way through and made a fool of yourself, or you simply felt like you should be further along. Notice what shows up instead of compassion. Pressure, frustration, disappointment, anger, a voice that says, come on, you should know better by now. From self, from the place of the wizard, we don't argue with that voice. We just notice it. So just notice those voices that come up that block the compassion. Even though, tap on the side of your hand, even though compassion disappears in moments like this, I'm willing to notice what takes its place. Even though a part of me thinks pressure will fix things, I'm open to another way. Even though I'm hard on myself here, self is still present. Top of the head. This is where compassion shuts down. Eyebrow. A part thinks it has to push. Side of the eye. It believes kindness would make things worse. Under the eye. It thinks compassion equals complacency. Under the nose. That belief came from somewhere. Chin. It learned this a long time ago. Collarbone. Self sees the fear underneath. Underarm. And self isn't afraid. Okay, stop tapping there. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in. And just reflect what part shows up when compassion disappears. What does it believe would happen if you were kind to yourself? Just pause the video here as long as you need. Take some time and be with the parts as they share. What do they believe would happen if you were kind to yourself? And then when you're ready, we're going to turn gently toward the part that blocks compassion. This is often a manager, the part that believes self-criticism is how you stay safe, productive, or acceptable. You're not here to change it. We're just going to understand it a little bit more today. Tapping on the side of your hand. Even though this part withholds compassion, I want to understand why. Even though it uses pressure or judgment, it's trying to help me. Even though I've fought this part before, I'm listening now. Top of the head. This part thinks it's necessary. Eyebrow. It believes kindness would make me lazy. Side of the eye. Or stuck. Under the eye. Or irresponsible. Under the nose. It carries a heavy job. Chin. It doesn't trust softness. Collarbone. It learned survival through pressure. Under the arm. And this part is tired. Yeah. Stop tapping. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips as you just think about these questions, and pause the video after you hear them as long as you need. What is this part afraid would happen if compassion were allowed? Who taught this part that love had to be earned? How old does this belief feel? Just take as long as you need. And when you're ready, now imagine self stepping forward, your inner wizard, not another part, not a strategy, the real you. Self doesn't argue with this protector. Self simply says, I see why you're afraid. I really get that. And I'm here now. So begin tapping on the side of your hand as you let this self energy meet these scared or overwhelmed parts. Even though this part doesn't trust compassion, self can lead. Even though pressure feels necessary, self brings clarity. Even though my system learned survival the hard way, it doesn't have to anymore. Top of the head. Self is present. Eyebrow. Calm, clear, and steady. Side of the eye. Self doesn't rush. Under the eye. Self doesn't shame. Under the nose. Self sees the whole picture. Chin. Self knows when to act. Collarbone. And when to rest. Under the arm. This is leadership. So stop tapping. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. And just reflect on, how does this protector respond to self's presence and attention? What changes when leadership replaces pressure? When acceptance replaces force? Just pause the video and take as much time as you need here. And then when you're ready, just noticing that self-compassion isn't indulgence. It's what allows parts to relax enough to change. Let compassion move through your system now, not as softness, but as stability. And begin tapping on the side of your hand. Even though I learned to motivate myself through criticism, I can learn a new way. Even though compassion felt unsafe before, self makes it safe now. Even though I've been hard on myself, I don't have to be anymore. Top of the head. Compassion settles the system. Eyebrow. It reduces internal threat. Side of the eye. Parts don't have to fight. Under the eye. Or brace. Under the nose. Self creates safety. Chin. Safety allows growth. Collarbone. This is how change actually happens. Under the arm. From the inside out. Okay, stop tapping. Take a nice, slow, deep breath into the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. Just tune into your body. What does compassion feel like in your body right now? And what becomes possible when the system feels safe? So take your time, pause the video as you reflect on that. And when you're ready, imagine moving through your life led by self-compassion. Decisions become clearer. Mistakes become information. Parts don't need to scream to be heard. So just begin tapping on the side of your hand as you picture that self-led life. Even though the world runs on pressure, I can live from self. Even though I was taught to be hard on myself, I choose leadership. Even though compassion once felt risky, it's my foundation now. Top of the head. Self leads with compassion. Eyebrow. Compassion creates coherence. Side of the eye. Coherence creates trust. Under the eye. Trust allows growth. Under the nose. Nothing is wrong with me. Chin. I am responding, not reacting. Collarbone. This is self-leadership. Under the arm. This is the shift. Okay, stop tapping. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. You've just completed a full shift. Not into softness, but into self-compassion as leadership. You didn't override your parts. You didn't force change. You let the real you take the lead. Remember, self-compassion isn't something you practice when things are going well. It's what allows things to go well in the first place. If this resonated, return to it whenever pressure creeps back in. I trust you, humanity. See you in the next video.